can't go, I can't do Like, seriously. Like, here's about to trip you out. Matter of fact, me and Glenn talked about this here. If you ever see me in jeans, I got cowboy boots on. I can't wear jeans. I cannot wear jeans.
Because?
I just can't wear jeans. I've never liked jeans. It's always been slacks. It might be pants. But if I ever have, the only time you will ever see me in jeans is if I'm wearing cowboy boots.
Do you ride?
Yeah, I haven't ridden in a while, but that's just, yeah. So I wear, I got about 20
You're
pair of cowboy
appropriately
boots.
dressed.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Even when I was in high school, I didn't necessarily like jeans. I had like 2 pair. Now my dad, he got jeans, he's clean pressed. No. Drive my wife crazy because we'll go somewhere and we're like, oh, it's casual. I'm getting dressed. She's like, what you doing? She's like, it's casual. I'm like, hell, this is casual. Like, what you talking about? Like, she'll throw some jeans on, her tennis shoes, or some shoes like that, whatever. I can't do that. Can't do it. Cannot do it. I couldn't even wear some shoes like that with some slacks. It would have to be loafers. It would have to be, I can't.
You're a very interesting man.
Well, but it was a trip because my dad would do this here. We would be sitting in the living room watching TV or something. All of a sudden, he'd be going to the bathroom and he's showering and he'd shaving and everything. And we're like, where are you going? And he'd get dressed up. He'll put on some slacks. He'll put on some shoes, shirt, put his watch on, cologne, leave, come back. Hell, he went grocery shopping.
Oh. Whoa.
The idea, he wasn't putting no sweats on going. So I saw that. And so we were just, so growing up, yeah, I wore more slacks to school. We don't dress code, but it's just, I'm absolutely comfortable in a suit, slacks, dress shoes. Church would be over on Sunday. We would be cooking in it. We'd be lounging around. Mama like, y'all gonna change clothes? No, we fine. Me and my brother. It's nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So the idea of, because see, the thing for me that's about, I love watching old photos of black folks from the 20s, 30s, 40s, who, in the case of, especially the cats in Chicago, who came from down south, they would wear them overalls all weekend, but come Friday night, Saturday night, church on Sunday, they clean. And I love looking at these old photos or videos and black folks dressed to the nines. Not the casual. So it's just something about that. Our sense of style. But you know that was the whole deal. That was the whole deal with Shaft.
Yeah, that's Gordon Parks. That's Gordon Parks, to the bone. I mean, he is singularly the most elegant man I had the pleasure of knowing.
I never got a chance to meet him.
Sorry?
I never got a chance to meet him.
Oh.
But everything, I've seen the documentaries and the books, it was all.
You know, he wrote a song that, what's his name? The minister who died, Don't Misunderstand. Mm-hmm. Gordon wrote that song. And it's the epitome, encapsulation of the Shaft character. Mm-hmm. But it's all Gordon. Don't misunderstand, you are no concern of mine. But in case you're free sometime and need some time, with me sometime, I can hold your hand. I can't think of his name. O.C. Smith. He sang the song, that was the Shaft 2. Mm-hmm. And I listened to that song, wait a minute. This is Gordon Parks.
And the thing about, again, everything I've read, the documentaries, I mean, It was the style, it was the attitude, and the fact that he believed I could do whatever I want to. So, you know, the sonnets and the operas and the movies and the plays, and he's an artist, he's a photographer, he's a magazine editor, making movies. I mean, we talk about Renaissance man.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it. That was it.
Back then, they didn't have traffic control. And that shot, when I come out of the subway, here's what I want you to do. Oh, we got a camera up there. We got a camera up there. And one other. When you come out of that subway stop, and I want you to cross the street, and I want you to own it. You feel me? No, he didn't say feel me. You understand? Yes.
Yeah, I want you to own it.
So that crossing in that Broadway, that was improvisation when that taxi cab driver honked his horn. It was all in the moment. And I'm so proud of that because he gave me the license. Probably singularly, one of the best directors I've ever worked with. And I've worked with a lot. Mm-hmm. This woman who was directed me in Cherish the Day, sister, came very close. Young girl, young woman. She was magical. And she hasn't been in the business that long. Mm. But you remember the special ones. Mm-hmm. And you never forget the a-holes. Had a few of those as well.
See, what I love about, first of all, everybody, people talk about black exploitation, and we'll get to that in a second. But what I think Shaft represented, and you playing Shaft, it represented exactly what he said. Own it, meaning bring all of your authentic black manhood and don't apologize for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not casting any aspersions on even Sidney Poitier's movies or anybody else. But the thing about, as I look at you in that role, I think about Harry Belafonte, as I think about Sidney Poitier, it's I'm gonna bring all of us to this thing. And America, and even a lot of black people are uncomfortable with full, authentic black manhood. That scares a lot of black people. Because because even we get scared. Oh, hold up, that's a little, that's a little too much.
Give me an example.
Oh, I've experienced it. I think when to be an unapologetic black man scares black people because we have been so conditioned. We have been trained and then subconsciously accepted when we walk into the room, we ease into the room. And that if you walk in your fullness, when he said, own it, who this cocky, arrogant person? Yet mediocre white men go to many spaces like, oh, I belong here. And I think that is, and I've experienced where a lot of black people, you a bit much. Well, he not. Oh, but I am. Well, you're going to have to deal with it. And it's a very interesting, I think, and to see it on the big screen, this total badass, clean, women loved him, unapologetic. That, to me, is what it represented.
I get what you're saying, and when I look back on it, Gordon's whole persona was a total at ease with who he was.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Under any circumstances.
He belonged in whatever room he was in.
Yeah. Because the studio didn't want me to have a mustache. Gordon said, no, you will have a mustache if I gotta paste it on every morning.
Because for black men.
Hello.
These are the only bins that will accommodate larger rollerboards.
They put 10 in here?
10, and you don't come out till you die. And you eat him, you eat 10.
Oh my God.
So what?
My brother's an alpha. He played spring 87. I played spring 89. So you get to shave all facial hair. I did not come home after I pledged until a mustache grew back.
Whoa.
Because I can't. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story off camera. I gotta tell you the story off camera. All right. My dad will get real mad if I tell this story on camera.
Okay.
But let's just say my dad made it real clear to me and my brother. You better keep a damn mustache. Remind me to tell you the story. You gonna holler. But I've had that conversation with other brothers who I went to college with, and when they went to corporate America, they shaved their beards, shaved their mustaches, and again, it was conforming to a standard that's not who we are. So for him to say no, he gonna have a mustache. That was another signal you are going to accept the fullness of this black man.
Absolutely.
Now, you said he gave you the license. Was that you? Because even that has defined you. People, oh yeah, that's the bad man. That's the badass right there. Did you have that attitude before, or were you sort of, hey?
No.
You want me to shave it? I'll shave it. You want me to keep it? I'll keep it.
All right, back up. It was only a couple of years ago that I realized that the character Gordon placed on me was Gordon Parks. You know, he's got that bushy.
Yes.
It's hard for me to even separate who he is from that character that was depicted on the screen. His mannerisms, I don't know if you remember, there was a scene where I'm looking for the gang leader, the black gang leader. I'm up in Harlem and I'm knocking on doors and say, have you seen? And he comes out, he did, what's that old actor who always put himself in his movies? It doesn't matter. But he opens the door and got, no, I ain't seen him. He owes me back money. And I looked at them, wait a minute. That is Shaft. You can't separate the two. That's who he is. Gordon Parks. Clean, always clean.
Always. Always. Always.
That,
I still tell the story, and I love when you told me this, how you used to get really upset that people kept calling you that. And your daddy said, I tell people that all the time. I talk about that story all the time. How your daddy was like,
please.
Basically, son, you tripping.
Yep. A lot of people leave this earth not being known for nothing. Shut up.
The reason I tell that story, because it's also the influence of a black father on a son. And I talk a lot about my dad. Mom has been in my life. They've been married 54 years. Great, wonderful. But there is something I believe that is different, that is vital. What a dad says to a son, trains a son, raises a son. What was your relationship?
My dad, interesting man, deeply religious. I mean, we went from the Union Baptist Church till the church fell apart, and he got in with his sisters, Pentecostal. Later became a Pentecostal preacher. And it's the old thing of Sunday, he went to Sunday school, morning service, went home, and came back for BTU.
All the experience.
Yeah. He was a very strict man, to the degree in which my grandmother, Miss Lucy, lived to be 103 years old. If we did something in the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood knew. Mm-hmm. And she made us go out and get the switch. And she said, you just wait till your daddy gets home.
And you like, you got it, you good, like you handling it.
My dad would come home and my brother and I'd be upstairs fainting asleep.
Never worked.
No. Come on down here, boys. We're about to have a party.
He called a party?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're about to have a party. Dad, I won't ever do it again, but no. And I look at these kids today, in my own kids.
Right.
Y'all don't know what you're missing.
I told my nieces that. I said, y'all couldn't live in the household I grew up in. I said, y'all could not have survived. I said, you would be losing out of your mind. Because they had pushed me a little too far. And when I snapped, I said, y'all have no idea how close I am slapping the shit out of you.
My dad, when he got upset, he couldn't talk. The Watkins man came to the door one day, knocked once and opened the door. Funny story. Alternate summers, we would go to my dad's home in Thomasville, Georgia, and North Carolina, my mom's home. Dad wanted us to experience going to Florida. Thomasville is only about 20 miles from Tallahassee. So my cousin, my brother, my sister, my mom and dad, we get in the car, we go to Thomasville, to Tallahassee. And we pull up at this general store. And this white kid is riding a bike on the wooden planks in front of the store. And Terry gets out of the car and walks up to the kid, said, "Can I ride your bike?" And the kid look at him like, he didn't say anything. "Now come on, just have a ride." Terry takes the bike and is just about to get on it. And my dad come flying out the door, grabbed up Terry, put him in the car. I don't know how fast we got back to Thomasville. But you just don't understand.
We are not in New Rochelle. We are in the South.
We didn't know what that was all about. But to see him we knew when he was upset.
Right.
That Watkins man, he never did that again. Weekly, he would come by.
Right.
You remember Watkins products? I got a few weeks on you, that's why. But that was part of the neighborhood. The Watermelon Man, the Good Humor Man, the Watkins Man. Weekly would come by trying to sell hair products and Vaselines and everything. I had a pretty good growing up.
How did you decide to say, all right, I'm gonna become an ebony model?
No, I didn't get a vote on that. No, I was doing the Ebony Fashion Fair.
Right.
And Eunice Johnson, Mrs. Johnson, said, would you do an ad for us? And I was doing a little modeling in Manhattan prior to this, very little. And I said, sure. I don't think I ever got paid for that. The Duke product. We were on salary, weekly salary with the Ebony Fashion Fair. 79.
We're gonna use you everywhere. How much was it?
No, it was 79 cities in 90 days.
Right.
I don't remember what we were paid weekly, but I was sending that back because I was then married, had 2 children.
People don't realize how huge that tour was.
Oh,
It was a significant fundraiser for many black organizations.
absolutely, absolutely. And after the film came out, I'd go doing promos from city to city. Say, oh boy, I know you did Shaft, but I remember you from the Ebony Fashion Fair.
Because it was a huge deal. I mean, look, obviously people today don't understand because you see everything on television. But the reality is, when Ebony Fashion Fair, when that tour came to that city, especially mid-sized, small cities, it was the event of the year.
Yeah.
And then bringing these fashions from these African designers, the African Americans, these European designers from Paris, couture. I mean, it was a huge,
an event.
Yeah. And folks came dressed up.
Yes.
It was an event.
I remember when we hit New York at the Hilton Hotel. I mean, as far as you could see, dressed to the nines. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. I loved it.
Pull up a chair, take your seat. The Black Tape with me, Dr. Greg Carr, here on the Black Star Network. Every week, we'll take a deeper dive into the world we're living in. Join the conversation only on the Black Star Network.
I lied to Mrs. Johnson saying that I'd done runway. We had dress rehearsal, more or less, in Gary, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching the girls go out and they go midway and turn around and go to the end, turn around and come back. I said, I can do that.
Like they're still walking.
But I can't do it like they do it.
Right.
To this day, I don't know what I did, but when I came out, went down to the end of the ramp, the place went crazy. Oh, I like this. That was a monumental moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I got out in California at the end of the tour, Cosby threw a party for the Ebony Fashion Fair models. And during the course of the evening, we got to talking. And he says, so what are you going to do now? Well, I'm going to become an actor. Do yourself a favor. Go back to New York and learn your craft. That's when he was doing I Spy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's on I Spy. He must know something what he's talking about.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. And I did that. And I
Learn
went back
your
and joined.
craft.
Went back and joined the NEC. And that was an eye opener.
Negro Ensemble.
Yeah. Robert Hooks. I finally got to be participant in the company. That brings another funny story. It was a 3-hour play, and I only had one word in the entire show. Right! Esther Roll, bless her heart. She's sitting next to me, right? And I guess I'd zoned out, and she went, right!
Just had one word.
Every time I saw this woman, she said, you need a punch? I guessed it on that show once. Oh, Roundtree, you need a punch?
But see, that phrase right there, I think is the reason that is so important. Because it's crazy. Today, I literally had a conversation with a young woman, journalist. And it's interesting because I have more sisters who reach out to me for advice and counsel on their career than brothers. It's very interesting. The sisters are like, yo, they will soak up the knowledge. Very few brothers call. And she called me and we were talking and I said, lost the last job, the last 2 jobs. BS with both. I said, look, get in. I don't care. I don't care about other people. I don't care about their own drama. I said, focus on your skill set. Focus on your weaknesses. I said, identify all your weaknesses. Focus on that. I said, don't focus on your strengths. I said, because your whole goal is to take away if anyone's doubting what you can do, remove all your weaknesses. or minimize them as best that you can. And it's amazing how many people don't focus on the craft. It's not who sees you in airports. It's not who sees you. Because then they always go, man, I want to do what you do. But do you want to do what I did?
Yeah.
And that's the craft. That's literally watching, for me, watching the video and playing it back. What was your hand position? What were your facial expressions? What did you look like? Were you going to sleep? Were you bored? How were you sitting? How are you asking questions? Studying the craft. And it's amazing how many people in numerous fields don't really think about that.
Seems to me that most people want to jump.
Oh.
You know, it isn't about the path. It's about the highway.
Because the path that's actually what you grab onto when you go into a headwind. That's the thing that I use this example of Bishop T.D. Jakes. I said, if you focus on Bishop T.D. Jakes of the Potter's House, and you ignore the Bishop T.D. Jakes who was digging ditches in West Virginia, whose wife they were on food stamps, I said, then you can't understand the Bishop T.D. Jakes at the Potter's House. Lionel Richie said, when B.B. King died, interviewed with Lionel Richie said, Lionel, you cannot write the blues in the back seat of a limousine.
Whoa.
That's the journey.
Yes.
That's the journey.
It's time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared. You dig? See, you guys, Shaft was what, 72?
71.
71. So you had been acting for how long before that?
66 or 67.
That's a 4 or 5 year period of sitting with others, learning and watching. And for the people who don't understand the Negro Ensemble, just explain how crucial that was for Black talent.
I got to see Denise Nichols, the brother who was in Shaft, Moses Gunn, the brother who won the Academy Award for Soldier Story.
Howard Rollins.
No.
A Soldier Story.
No.
You mean Officer and Gentleman? Not no gossip.
No.
A Soldier Story.
He won it for Soldier Story. He was the sergeant.
Oh, he was nominated. Raspy voice. Yeah, I know.
You made me feel better.
No, the raspy voice.
Yes.
Because he didn't hit, because he did a whole bunch of, he didn't win the Academy. Adolph Caesar. Because he did, and see, even when you talk about the journey, they had hit, but people didn't realize all of those movies, he did the voiceovers for the trailers.
Wow.
All of those, a lot of the black movies that he was the voiceover guy, and that's what he did all those years until A Soldier Story hit.
Wow.
He was toiling.
Yeah,
and it was so the movie trailers, anytime you watch all them Bruce Lee films and the Kung Fu films and all of those black movies in the 70s, early 80s, it was Adolph Caesar's voice.
What a voice he had. Roscoe Lee Brown. Another voice, another great voice.
Very erudite. He was.
Oh. I did a film with, they used to tour together and do Shakespeare readings. Man, I can't remember. But the two of those voices, you could just visualize them on stage. Roscoe Lee Brown, I loved him to pieces. What a character. What a character. I was going somewhere with this.
Negro Ensemble, how
seeing
it was.
The pros really do it. And watching them, and, that's what this is about. And I finally got into one of the performances, as I said, but I was trying to do modeling at the same time. So doing breaks, I would go do go-sees, what they call go-sees, go to different photographers and show them your portfolio, yada, yada, yada. And I'm sneaking back in one night. Robert Hooks called me, hey, Roundtree, you got to make a decision. Either you want to be an actor or a model, but you can't do both. That's when I started driving a cab in New York. Did that for 2 years.
Driving a cab to allow you to be able to make some money, family, to pursue this acting thing.
Absolutely. I remember I was dropping people off at Sardi's. And I said, one day, I'm going to be dropped off at Sardi's. I'll never forget, I had a fair one night. Woman, and I drove, and she asked me.
You had a fair one night.
Yeah.
Those of you who are listening and watching, he did not say, I had an affair one night. F-A-R-E, not A-F-F-A-I-R. See, I pay attention.
Let's not get it twisted.
I pay attention.
And she says, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to become an actor. Dissolve come up again after the film had come out. I'm in Manhattan. And I don't know what this meeting was about. Well, she says to me, Richard, you won't remember this, but I was in your cab one night and you told me that you were going to become an actor. She was in marketing for some BBD,
Right.
Wow, really? And it came true. And that night at Sardi's, this was after Gordon told me that you got the role. I was in the telephone booth on 63rd and 3rd Avenue, across the street from Bloomingdale's. And that's back when you had to call in to see if you got messages.
Right.
Message was, call Mr. Gordon Parks. So I'll get in the phone booth, I drop my coins in and dial the number. And Gordon picks up the phone. Yes. Mr. Parks, this is Richard Roundtree. Oh, yeah, yes. Well, you know, it looks like you got the role. I didn't know whether I'll go blind.
First of all, looks like, did I get it or not?
Really? Okay, wait. You can't tell anyone because it's the end of the year to get lost in the press. We're going to announce it after the first of the year. Can I tell my parents? Oh, of course. Hung up the phone, and I'm walking around town, and my fellow actors and models are saying, hey, you know what? Tree, I think I might have gotten that role. You hear this 2 or 3 different times.
Right. You're like, did he come?
Well, wait a minute. Was I dreaming that? Or then Gordon calls me up. I call Gordon, and he says, we're having the press announcing you are the Shaft. You are Shaft. At Sardi's.
Wow. Wow.
I get in the limo, when I pull up at Sardi's, oh, Lord. What we used to call, I'm shitting in high cotton.
Yes, in high cotton, yes.
I get out, and all the press is there, and actors, and I walk in, and Gordon announces, yes, this is Richard Roundtree, and he's going to play the character Shaft. Oh, magic. I got to share this with you. Miss Lucy, my grandmother, and my dad came down to the hotel prior to us going to the theater that night, saying why he couldn't attend the screening, the premiere. Okay. My grandmother, my mother, and my sister, and I go to this biggest night of my life.
Right.
Big lights, paparazzi, the whole 9. And we go into the theater, and the lion starts roaring. Film starts. And the first fight scene, my grandmother stood up. Don't you be hitting my boy! The place fell out. Miss Lucy, no, not this movie. Well,
You sitting here like,
no, I know my grandmother.
she's 100% serious.
Yeah. She was into it. She was in church.
So Dad didn't go?
No.
Why?
Because he's a very religious man. He never drank, never smoked, never cussed, and didn't go to the movies.
Wow. Did he ever see the movie?
Whoa. I don't think so. I did a film with Tim Reed and Daphne, Once Upon a Time When We Were Colored.
Yes, amazing film. Once Upon a Time We Were Colored.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert said it should have been nominated for the Academy Award.
Oh.
No, I remember.
Oh.
I have the DVD.
That movie, I told T.D. Jakes about that. No, he was in the audience when I acknowledged the fact that one of the great moments in my life. Let me back up. My dad was out here visiting me one summer, and I sat him down and said, Dad, I want you to see something. And he sat there. And I'm sitting here. And when the film ended, well done. Woo, I still get chills. Roland, that was a moment. First time he ever said anything about what I was doing. I've been all over the world. People. But that moment, oh! Johnny Roundtree said, well done.
I'm Deborah Owens, America's Wealth Coach, and my new show, Get Wealthy, focuses on the things that your financial advisor and bank isn't telling you, but you absolutely need to know. So watch Get Wealthy on the Black Star Network.
There's something special when the folks who birth you get to see the fruits of their labor. And not just see your work, but also to see how others respond to the work. For me, my dad sent me a similar text a few weeks ago. Watch the show every night. It's a news show. Yeah, he watches every night, of course. If he misses the show, he gets caught up on the replay. He watched every show. He'll call me, tell me, don't put that person back on, she's stupid. I don't know what the hell this dude was talking about. Way to kick his ass, son, way to kick his ass. He do cuss. He don't cuss a lot, I cuss way more than him. But one of the joys for me is to get to bring them into my world and to actually meet people, see people, to experience all of that. Because, and I don't have biological children, you have children, even with the nieces I've raised. It's all that you invested, all them whippings, all those lessons, all those things, to see it actually pay off.
Yeah. I can't say that I've experienced that with my children, to my dismay. I remember being asked a question. Oba Babatunde was doing a similar type thing that he was trying to put on television. And he asked me, how do you feel about what you do affects your children? And I was stumped. The only one, my oldest daughter, who is going for her doctorate degree in race
Race and ethnic studies?
Yes. And she is so excited about it, and I'm excited for her. She was interviewed for a documentary that I did a couple of years ago now. I didn't know how much attention she paid. And she just, well, my dad, oh, yeah, okay. And she's the only one of 5. I don't know if I should say that. That calls me up just to call me up and doesn't ask for anything. Can you tell I'm a little pissed off?
Just a little bit. No, but look, it is a. See, for me, and many others have said that. Talk about that relationship, that experience. So we live 8 blocks from my maternal grandparents. So I was with my grandfather every day, almost first 15 years of my life till my grandfather passed. So the Catholic church we grew up in was founded in the living room. Nearly all our family went there. Every Sunday, it was 30, 40, 50, 60 people.
Was it what?
It was 30, 40, 50, 60 people at their house. I mean, because they had 8 children, 42 grandkids, like 70, 80 great-grandkids, like 120 great-great. I mean, just a huge family. So family matters. And when I talk to people, like it's amazing when I talk to folks and they say, yeah, I haven't seen my brother in 12 years. I haven't talked to so-and-so. That's foreign to me because of how we were raised.
Right.
And it's like if I go 3 months, like, hold on, what's going on? So my schedule gets crazy. So now, because I can, and they're retired, I'm like, all right, I fly y'all Virginia. They were with me for 7 weeks. No reason at all. They came 3 weeks. They still work elections. So they were like, look, we gotta go back and work an election. So flew back to work the election, came back for like another 4 weeks. And just hanging. No one in particular, just at the house, chilling. Dad would cook every day. Mom, she was doing her stuff. And he just going places, watching TV, just being around, hanging around. And just, and other people, and it's interesting, it's very interesting. I talk to other people and they're like, oh, I talk to my mom and my dad, they have these long conversations. I don't have those. I just call, yo, what y'all doing? We just talk whatever. But even when I bring, it's just like, yo, it's just being present. It's just being here. We don't have to do something. We don't have to go anywhere. It's like, people are like, what are y'all doing? We chill in the house.
Well, you know
just
what?
enjoying each other's company.
I have to point the finger here for some of that. My upbringing, we weren't physically demonstrative at all. And I always made it a point to be the opposite when I'm present, physically even present.
That's right.
My dad would call me up a day or two after his birthday. Say, hey son, how you doing? You forget something? Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's all right. Dissolve, come up, present day. The only time I hear from my kids is when they need something. And it's me also not reaching out my end of the bargain.
It's very true.
So
because as parents, I get it. As parents, you look, you're supposed to call me. But see, and again, if I go a certain period of time, my dad will call. Son, what you doing? I'm sitting in here. Okay. All right. How the weather? What you working on? That sort of thing like that. Because I will get busy or whatever. We text a lot. We have a group family chat, and we have a group me on my whole family. We communicate constantly. Funny stories. We went here, posted photos here, and it's great because you're in tune with everybody. So I have 3 sisters, 1 brother, and then I have 9 nieces. 3 nephews. Then my wife's sister has a brother. My wife's sister has a son. So it's 12 kids. So 12 kids plus us 5 plus parents. So we're communicating constantly. So it's not like we have to actually call each other Because we're communicating every single day in the group chat.
Every single day?
Every single day, yeah. But if I pull up his phone right here, and I pull up, I'm looking here, oh, perfect example. My sister sent something 5 minutes ago. Yeah, no, 7 minutes ago. So you sit here, it's our group chat. So we post something, we see a story, we chat. So my wife, some photos, people put some Christmas tree up. My sister.
The Christmas tree up already?
No, the neighbors did. She's like, people across the street, somebody was at a restaurant, they sent some food. Okay, my niece, happy Halloween. This all. So so we use technology to, and then my grandmother and my grandfather, my maternal grandmother and grandfather, that family just created, we were all on a group text. We just created that chat as well. So we are sitting here, because you can't call everybody. I mean, like I said, a huge family, you can, but it's our way of just being able to communicate and talk with one another and share with one another. And that way you're keeping up. So like my nephew got engaged, boom, photos are posted on there. We saw it there as well. But that's the thing. And it's interesting because earlier this year, so I had an aunt who passed away, my Aunt Betty, my mom's oldest sister. And I was on the group text. I said, why aren't we getting together like we used to? I said, I understand COVID. And I said, we should not be doing get-togethers at funerals.
Should not what?
Be doing get-togethers at funerals. I said, because when somebody dies, if you have no memories to discuss because you never got together, shame on those who are here. And they were like, well, there's an annual event they have at the Catholic Church we grew up in where they celebrate the founders. I said, that's March. Why? I said, can y'all tell me why we gonna wait 9 months? I said, why are we waiting 9 months to get together? And as I'm saying this, my aunt, the second oldest sister, she dies within 6 weeks. So we go back for the funeral. And so I just told y'all, because at the end, one of my cousins, she died at 50. So we've lost 2 aunts and a cousin in the span of, like 4 months. I said, y'all, don't wait for March. So we're doing a Thanksgiving. I said, y'all, we literally grew up seeing each other every weekend. I have no memory of spending the night at a non-family member's house. I had too many cousins. I literally didn't have friends growing up. Wasn't no room. You invite no friend to the house for dinner. It's 42 cousins. Ain't no room. So, and so I said, y'all, why are we waiting? And I think what COVID has done, I think COVID has taught a lot of people why doing get-togethers are important. Why just, I haven't done it in a while, but when I used to come out to LA, I would do these dinner parties. And it was just, I said, y'all, I can't eat lunch with everybody. I can't eat breakfast or dinner. So let's just do a dinner party. And if you're in town, wasn't no dress code. You want to come dress, you want to wear jeans, you want to wear shorts, it don't matter. They were like, well, I said, And it was all by text message. So it was literally, yo, I'll be there next week. We're going to meet at so-and-so's crib. You can make it. And then it'll be 60, 70, 80 people. And I call them.
60, 70, 80 people?
Yes. You got to understand, I told you. That ain't nothing for me. We could cook for 60, 70, 80. Because that was an every weekend get together with my family. So that's like, seriously nothing. I had a party at my house and they were like, how many people you invited? I said, man, about 100. They were like, oh my God, 100. I was like, y'all, that ain't a lot of people. You're like, well, how you cook for 100? I was like, easy. Big ass pot of gumbo, big ass pot of crawfish etouffee. I'm like, what's it? Because that's literally how I grew up. But it was the point of fellowship, seeing each other, having fun, for no reason at all. Didn't have to be somebody's birthday or holiday. Richard ain't lying. This is how I would start. It's Tuesday night, school night. And again, we live 8 streets down from my grandparents. Somebody might drop by my grandparents' house, see them. And they come by our house. All right, come in. And the phone ring. Hey, what y'all doing? Oh, we're just sitting there talking to Lurdy, my my mama's sister who just passed. Oh, really? Okay. What y'all? I'm gonna swing on by. All right, so they come on by. Then all of a sudden, they might call somebody. Yeah, I'm about to swing by Uncle Reginald and Auntie Melda's house. Oh, really? What y'all do? Oh. Well,
Wow.
next thing you know, 8 people, 12 people, it's 15 people. Then, well, hell, we hungry. So, mama go cook something. Dad might be behind the bar playing music. We got school the next day. Man, this thing done turned into a family get-together. It's 20, 25 people on a Tuesday night. And we sitting here laughing, they drinking, eating, we do all sort of stuff. Folks might break some cards out, whatever. And it turned to an impromptu, whatever, no reason get-together. Those are the memories that we have when we reflect later in life. Oh, remember that night? Or came by, or just we had them all the time. They was, when I say it was a huge part of my entire upbringing, that was constant.
The only time we had people at the house was on Sunday. Between services. The preacher, Reverend Hooper. Woo! Reverend Hooper.
Did he get to sit at the head of the table?
No.
That was Daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. And the bad part about it, with either my dad or Reverend Hooper would say blessing. And we looking at the food. And
you like, I should have eaten a snack before this prayer.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that went on. And we'd have my cousins there because my dad was pretty much the father to my 3 cousins. Mm-hmm. They call him Dad, as a matter of fact. That was the only time I could point to that even smacks at what you're talking about.
It was, so for us every Sunday, it's my grandparents' house. It was so many of us, man, summertime, my grandfather used to coach his sons and all the boys in the neighborhood to play baseball. So we had family softball games. I'm talking about we bring out the whole family play. We would go to the park, because we had that many family members. We could field 3 teams. It's 9-on-9 again.
Where would the visiting team sit?
No, I'm telling you, it wasn't no room. So we had enough players and fans.
Wow.
We had players, fans, and umpires. We could outfit the whole joint. Everybody would bring their bats, their gloves. I'm telling you, the whole family. That was my childhood. I'm telling you, I cannot give you a memory of going and hanging with another family. No, we were always together. It probably were 2 or 3 parties growing up that we went to. My dad would drop us off, and I remember one time he pulled up and he was like, "Okay, who are these people?" So he went inside. I need to know whose house this is.
Whoa.
Who y'all gonna be here? Cause here's the whole deal. He saw folk outside and they were drinking, he was like, "Yeah, come on, we all getting down." I'm telling you, I know it was like, okay, so y'all the adults, okay, this your house? Y'all gonna be here the whole time? Okay, I just want to make sure that they're gonna be adults here who are. And me and my brother like, oh, no,
wow,
seriously, bro. He's like, okay, I'll be back at 11:30. Bro, wow. Give me that look. Oh, that was probably I had a couple things. I mean, you know, you grow up, you know, I'm just gonna leave him alone. Cause him crazy. Like just gonna, you know, some people wanna try their daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we weren't gonna go there. We gonna go there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jackie Hood Martin, and I have a question for you. Ever feel as if your life is teetering and the weight and pressure of the world is consistently on your shoulders? Well, let me tell you, living a balanced life isn't easy. Join me each Tuesday on Black Star Network for A Balanced Life with Dr. Jackie. We'll laugh together, cry together, pull ourselves together, and cheer each other on. So join me for new shows each Tuesday on Black Star Network, A Balanced Life with Dr. Jackie.
We were grocery shopping with my mom and my dad. And it was a Walgreens next door. So I was coming back, I hear these two white men say, let's go get that nigga.
Said what?
Let's go get that nigga. And I hear it very clearly. I was like, oh shit. I run to the store. So I run to the store. I tell my dad's like, let's go. Now mind you, my dad was not a hothead, wasn't getting into fights, but if you mess with his family, like, let's go. Mom was like, Reginald, what you doing? Woman! We ain't having this conversation. Look at me. Let's go. I'm looking at him like, where the hell we going? Like, I'm not trying. We walk out the grocery store. It was a Kroger. Hanging right, going to the Walgreens, going up the aisle. That them? No, they ain't them. Next, is that them? No, that's them. Walk straight up. Excuse me. Tell them what you just told me. I'm like, and then I tell a story. No, sir, no. We we're not talking about your son. No, we were just, that was another guy we speak. He was like, so you two had nothing to say to my son. I'm just checking. Y'all have a good day. That's when I was like, this Negro crazy. I am not going to be trying him at April. That's straight up what happened. Richard is not the craziest thing. We went to go visit my grandmother for Kansas City. And my grandmother left when he was a child, when he was a newborn, because she was being physically abused by his dad. So my dad was born in 1947. He did not meet his mother until 1980. And he was looking for her his whole life. Finally found her. Very emotional when she called. So she first came to visit. So I'm a high school senior. So this is 1987. So 86. This is November 86. So we're going to Kansas City. And I worked at Steak and Ale only to make enough money to buy my class ring, my high school class ring. So I told them I can't work Thanksgiving. Like, well, you got to work. I said, look, we got a family trip. My dad's like, damn that job. He said, Steak and Ale, that's slave in hell. You are not staying home. Because first of all, he like, you ain't staying home and we gone. You come to I'm going to Kansas City. So I came back with no job. They said, you fired. All right. So I go and get my check. It's like, look, we busy tonight. We ain't got time to get your check. I come outside, I was like, now I know what's about to happen. I was like, I'm not gonna wonder. They ain't giving their check. Cars running. Shit. Car, window up. He got his boots on, and he got his jeans on, and he got his cowboy hat. Man, we walk in there. We walk up to the, you the manager? No. I'm just the hostess. You want the manager? I go get the manager. He's like, go get the manager. Dang. So, manager comes up. He comes up like bouncing. So how can I help you? He got his hat. He's twisting it slowly with the brim. I understand Yeah, I'm not gonna give my son his check. I'm here for his check. And he stops and he's holding it. And this is how he's looking at him. Guy's like, I'll be right back. So he runs into the office, gets the check. He comes out, sir, here you go. He goes, hand it to him. He wouldn't take it. Made him hand it to me. I was like, thank you. Walked out.
He's a bad man. He's a bad man.
I'm gonna give you one more, Rich. I'm telling you. I had a flashback. Go to Popeyes. The manager, this dude, was rude as hell to my mama. Rude. My mama came home and talked like that. And then we probably, look, we could have bought stock at Popeyes, the amount of money we spent at that Popeyes. My dad was like, he did what? So the next day, my dad got dressed and went to that Popeyes and walked in. He's like, you the manager? Yesterday, my wife came in here and bought some food, sat down, and ate that 3-piece in an hour. Staying at homeboy the whole time. I told you he crazy. Whoa. I'm gonna leave that Negro alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Bad man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I grew up.
Just the look in your eyes when you, damn. Woo.
How you think I felt like, yeah, we ain't messing with him. We could joke with my mama. We be playing and stuff. We be having fun joking with my mama. We could play my dad for about 15 minutes. He like, all right, we through playing. Oh shit, all right, guess we're gonna go ahead and play with mama.
Yes, sir.
We done with him.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
That was, dude, it is, that's why I'm saying it is something different, which is why for me, raising my nieces, that's so important. That figure, that male figure, what they represent, what they give to you, what they invest in you, is so important.
Yeah.
It's so important.
That's what I'm missing. I'm too soft. That's the bottom line.
If that happened to I'm gonna get a call. And it ain't gonna go well. You can't call? You said your dad 2 days afterwards. Nah. Birthday's at 12:01. If my ass does not call between 12:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m., that will not be waiting 24, 48 hours. You gonna hear. Matter of fact, I'm here the week before. You coming home?
Wow.
Oh yeah. Because his mother left when he was newborn. Dad was murdered when he was 9 by his second wife. So family is huge for my dad. And so then with my mother, all the family being all around, family is huge for us. It is huge. It's huge. And nothing gets in the way.
And that all emanates from him.
Both of them. But really for him, because of what he didn't have.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And so, so for my mom, I mean, absolutely, her uncle, her brothers, her sisters, and then because we didn't spend a lot of time around my dad's brothers and sisters. Nearly our entire life was all around my mom's brothers and sisters. My grandmother had a catering business. I was 7 years old. I was selling, we were catering weddings, all this sort of stuff. So we spent so much time around them. It was, yeah. But it's just, but just the value of what that means. The power of family. And it's never too late. See, you said they don't call. Don't matter what happened before. Seriously. If I'm you, the moment this interview is over, I'm gonna call one, I'm gonna say, call the other on the three-way. And you call the other on the three-way. I don't give any excuses. We'll force it to happen. No, we getting together. Oh, I ain't got no money. You ain't got to pay. But you getting together with family. Because time is finite. They got kids?
Yeah, I've got 2 grands from my younger of the first marriage.
How often you see them?
I haven't seen my grandkids. Well, one came out here last year before the pandemic.
Right.
And I haven't seen my youngest daughter, and she lives in Venice.
Oh, hell no. You got an address?
No.
See? I'll be at the house. I would.
Oh, I don't question. I'm not questioning.
I'll be like, yo, you got her address? Text it to me. Then I'll show up at the house. Hey, girl. It's a whole different deal. You know how the cousin got mad at me because she's like, you slapped your mama on the butt? I'm like, yeah. I come home like, what up, woman?
You got to be lying.
No, I do.
Oh my goodness.
No, I am straight up. Cause guess what? I saw my grandfather slap my grandma on the butt. I saw my daddy slap my mom on the butt. I do the exact same thing to my wife. I come home, hey woman.
Roland, you crazy.
Yeah, of course I am. Everybody in my family know I'm. It's all love. If I didn't do that, she probably think I'm sick. She's like, boy, you crazy. I'll give her a noogie.
You heard that word.
I do. So my mom's short. I'm like, come here, woman. Oh yeah. You come to my family gathering, you're gonna be like, I see this whole family. Because we absolutely enjoy being around each other.
Yeah.
Even when people act stupid. Even when people act stupid, we do that.
It's such a difference. There's 2 sides of my family. My mother's side, crazy. My dad's side, they're all preachers.
Right.
Very religious. But I enjoyed being around my mother's family. I mean,
because y'all had fun.
Johnny B. He claimed, I don't know if it's true or not, that he played guitar with Basie back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They're all World War II veterans. My Uncle Elmo, Johnny B. And my grandmother had 10 children. She outlived all but 1. Johnny B. loved the juice. And he was over to dinner at our house one night with his girlfriend. And they both kind of in the bag. And my brother, mischievous as he was, he loosened the cap on the salt. And she took the salt and Johnny B, that's the way he laughed. I forgot to add that she was a big woman. Tree, you know why I love her? Because there's so much of her. Oh, he was a mess. He was a mess.
We're all impacted by the culture, whether we know it or not. Politics, music, and entertainment is a huge part of our lives, and we're going to talk about it every day, right here on The Culture, with me, Faraji Muhammad, only on the Black Star Network.
When we moved uptown, so to speak, at New Rochelle, I was in high school at this point, but I always kept liquor in the house, right? And Johnny B coming over and said, "Hey, give me some money and let me buy a drink." I said, "Hey, help yourself." No, I can't drink that stuff. I need some wine. He wouldn't drink the hard liquor. He had to have the...
Really?
No.
Man.
That cheap wine.
I think the reason I don't drink, because I go with my uncles, my Uncle Warren. Man, my Uncle Warren had a big gulp before 7-Up created the big gulp. Man, my Uncle Warren, I'm telling you, my Uncle Warren would drink, and it was so funny. I'm telling you, growing up was hilarious. Man, again, people just drop by. My dad's like, "Oh shit, Uncle Warren, man, hide all my damn liquor. I know he gonna drink all my liquor." He go, "Oh, Doc, I had some cousins. My mom baked cakes. She had a cake business. Cousin dropped by, my dad like, "Oh hell no, hide them damn cakes, because you know damn well they been trying to pack all our shit up." I'm telling you, we love family, but it was something. Hell no, don't come in here with your own Tupperware thinking you gonna cut all this food off. We invited you to eat, not everybody who at your house. Dude, I'm telling you, when we get together, man, and start because everybody know, and see, I remember everything. Oh, we tell all stories. You could use your way. See, look at you. I remember dude, that. I'll be bringing. I'm like, how your ass remember that? I was like, easy. That's why I never drank in my life. I said, ain't nothing affected my brain cells.
You don't drink at all?
Never have.
Really?
Never have. There's a picture of me in my first communion where we had to take the communion and then drink the wine, and I turned this way, and the look at my face was like, this is some bullshit. The photo. If you see that photo, you be like, yeah, you were pissed. I hate it. Yeah, I've never drank in my life. Never.
So they use actual wine?
Yeah. Yeah. I was ticked. I've never desired. My dad tried to give me some non-alcoholic beer. I said no. I was like, nah. And him and my brother, they sit there, get the glasses, they drink. I'm like, y'all, look, people give me so much liquor. Man, my dad loves to visit. He come in, he like, oh, you got the good stuff. And I got like bottles of champagne. I got, he and my mama love visiting. They be drinking champagne every day. Because people give me so much. I don't know why people give me alcohol. I'm like, give me some Pro V1s. Okay, I play golf. I can't do a damn thing with this alcohol. Oh, my dad, my brother love people handing me alcohol. Because it goes right to them. I don't do nothing with it. I don't do nothing with it. See, I can sit and talk to you, Richard, all day. I'm talking about this crap. I got to ask you this question here.
We had the grape juice. I mean, not grape juice. Yeah, grape juice.
Right. No, the dead wine. Dead wine. No. Catholics believe in alcohol. When they say Jesus drank from the cup, pass me the wine. I was an altar boy. I had to fill up the shallot. There was wine in there. They would keep it in the refrigerator in the priest's house. We had to go get it out of the refrigerator, put it in the cup. Yeah, that was real wine. Yeah, no grape juice. No, it didn't exist. Didn't exist. I'm gonna ask you two questions. Who would you really love to do something with today, a project? Somebody you haven't worked with, who would you love to do something with? Actor, director, doesn't matter who it is. Black, white, doesn't matter.
Interestingly enough, tomorrow I have my first meeting with Jane Fonda.
Two OGs.
Yep. But looking back, most of the people are not even here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I would love, Denise Nichols, I would love to do something with. This movie that's out right now, I haven't seen it, The Harder They Fall.
Mm-hmm.
All the characters, there's a character in there, Jim Beckworth,
Mm-hmm.
Who discovered Beckworth Pass up in Sierra Nevada. I've always wanted to do that character.
Mm.
And I was so excited to hear that he is one of the characters in The Harder They Fall.
Now, you know, Glenn, he said when I asked him this question, he said to do an authentic Western. And he said he's working on it. Give your boy a shout. Give your boy a shout.
Yeah. Yeah. He's working. He is one of my heroes. I mean, there's nothing he can't do.
Last question. A 100 years from now. 100 years from now. Young person. It's coming across YouTube. They're streaming something. They might see you in Shaft. They might see you on Rock. They might see you Lincoln Heights. They might see you in anything. And if that kid says, who is this Richard Roundtree guy? And they could Google it, but that's really somebody else saying something. What do you want that kid, because they will come across your work 100 years from now. What do you want that person to know who Richard Roundtree was?
Classic gentleman. The people that I most admire have those two attributes: class and an excellent gentleman. Gordon, Sidney P. There's a innate classiness that you immediately hone in on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be proud of that if I had a piece of that.
Absolutely. Well, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. We've talked about it. I'm glad that we got
I love
chance.
sneaking up on you when you. Do you remember that?
Yes. I remember that. It was a red carpet. I remember the Icon Man when we had a conversation about, and I had to give y'all this actually happened. I had to give you some advice. Remember, there was a woman you were interested in, but you were a wee bit. You said she was intimidating, and I said, Richard, is she all that? You were like, yes. I said, go for that.
Oh,
I remember.
That was in Atlanta.
It was Icon Man here in LA. Remember that dinner? They had us all at the different tables, and they grouped us, and then they said, okay, now it's conversation time.
Oh.
And then we were talking about, and I was like, hold up. You Shap. I said, he was like, nah, but no, this is strong, sister. It was a really interesting conversation. And so we were going, I was like, go for that, Richard.
Paula Kemp.
I don't know. I ain't never met her, but I was like, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. There are times when you feel very confident, and there are times that you're squirmish. And that was one of those times.
I don't know about that.
No, I can envision you being squirmish.
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. There were things, when you talked about doing the opposite of when you see something. There were opportunities that were presented to my parents growing up that for whatever reason, they were afraid to go after. And I said, that will not happen to me. I literally said, that will not happen. And I was like, what are you doing? There were people who wanted my dad to run for city council in Houston. My dad's like, my parents didn't go to college. We didn't like we had money. Parents never made more than $50,000 combined. But they were so committed to civic duty and purpose that people saw that and it was authentic and they said, you should run. For whatever reason, chose not to. But I was a kid, I was 13, 14, and I saw it and I was like, that will not happen. And my dad introduced me in this church and he's like, I don't know where my son gets it from. I'm like, I get it from my parents. But I decided then, if I want something, I am going after it. And I will be relentless. I'll be fair, I'll be decent, I'll be respectable, but I will be relentless in getting it.
Somehow I get that from you. Somehow.
Been that way since I was a teen. Been that way since I was a teen. That's what drives me. My brother, great chatting with you.
Thank you.
And you know, I love you. Love your work. It's always good chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Always.
Thank you, Roland.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
it.
Appreciate it.